Mike Bowen, USA Triathlon Rules Ambassador for the Southeast region, and got a couple minutes here. I wanted to just sit and chat with you about some stuff. I just got a notification of an upcoming event from a friend of mine who's a local race director, and he mentions in passing about relays, and it kind of made me think a little bit about some of the specifics behind relays in age group triathlon events. Okay, a little bit chaotic. I'm swim challenged at best as far as triathlon is concerned, but I understand there are people who want to participate in multi-sport and have, and they aren't real good swimmers, or they're not big runners, or they're not into cycling, but they may have other, one or more of the other disciplines in triathlon which they enjoy doing. And maybe you say, hey Mike, there's a triathlon relay in the Olympic Games. I'm like, yeah, I know there is, but each member of the team does a super sprint triathlon. They swim, they bicycle, they run, and then they hand off to the next person who does the same thing. Okay, enjoy. All right. So when it comes to age group relay, there's some important points to consider. There are no USA Triathlon competition rules that are specific to relay protocol. All right. When I go to a race quite often, and people will ask me in transition specific things having to do with the relay, and I have to refer them back to whatever the race director's guidance was on that, where the teams will be located in transition, if the handoff will be at a relay corral or at the rack or whatever have you. So once again, if you're going to participate in a relay, competition rule 3.3 alpha and 3.4 alpha basically states that it's the athlete's responsibility to read all the materials having to do with the event that the race director puts out and to follow them. Okay, so make sure you do that. All of the USAT competition rules and penalties apply. There are no dispensations to relay teams unless something's been put through in writing to USA Triathlon specifically. All right. When you participate in a relay, the swimmer in a relay may end up going in a separate start with perhaps with non-participants, or in a wave start that is not with all the other age groupers. All right. Competition rule 3.4, Mike, basically says that you need to go in the specific wave that's set aside for you, for your age group or category. So don't go off in an earlier wave where you'll end up being disqualified. All right. Transition setup. Same rules apply for how to deal with your transition setup. Placing your bike on the rack properly, making sure that your gear is down on where the wheel side is down. All right. Remember that relays need to not interfere with placement of other relay teams' equipment or obstruct any other athletes during transition, whether at the rack or in a relay corral. That's all covered in Comp Rule 3.4 Alpha and in 7.2 and 7.4. All right. So, if you are the bicyclist in a relay team, you need to have a number on the bike that's clearly visible and readable from the left-hand side, and you need to have body marking at least on the arm and the leg or whatever have you that's visible from the left side. Okay, that is competition 3.4 Foxtrot, and 3.4 Fox also covers the specifics of the number on the running member of the relay team. Runner needs to have a bib number visible at all times. At the start, the finish, all points on the course. I have to be able to see it when I'm out there on the course. Okay. Body marking does not count necessarily on the runner. You have to have that bib number. Okay. Once the leg is completed, if you're a swimmer and you feel the need to get out on the bicycle course and cheer your fellow relay participant on, but you jump on a cruiser bike or something like that and go out there and chase them down, don't do it. Or if you're done with the swim or the bike course and you decide to go out and keep the runner company in your relay team, do not do it at all. That you run the risk of getting an unauthorized assistance penalty for pacing. That's 3.4 delta. All right. Once your leg of the race is over, it is completely over. You are no longer a participant in the event. You've basically handed off to the next athlete, and the chip have handed off to them. Okay. Once again, a little confusing. Trying not to do it. I promise I'll do it better next time. I'll probably talk more about data and expectations and the rest of those 3.4 rules the next time we talk. And hopefully I'll see you at about a week or so. Bye bye.